mobility moving forward is seamless. It's across multiple devices. Things like coverage and speed should not really be a factor. We should be able to use the same access across all transport options, so bus, ferries, trains. We should be able to have timely access to information. So when's the next bus coming? When's the train coming? What's the best path to get from A to B?
Obviously, post-COVID, you've got a potential decentralisation of cities. So you've got the working from home, flexible working trends that's, I guess, long-term transport planning might not have taken into account. So, for example, Newcastle, Wollongong, all these hubs coming up, I think it's making it challenging for transport to plan effectively for services and routes, etc. So I guess one of the things is getting effective information to make decisions around where to put the limited transport assets. Yeah, so it's basically the way people work is changing and live away from the old norms. I think that's one of the biggest challenges in transport.
And another challenge is the dynamics of people actually getting to work or getting to where they need to, is now varying. So that the peak hours of the past are now different to the peak hours of today. So transport being able to know that we need to put more buses on this line, or we need to put more trains at this particular time on this route. So being able to measure the dynamics of people, where they're going, and accommodate suitable transition to different types of transport, so you're not waiting from one to the other.
Yeah, it's like transport as a service becoming flexible within reason within the existing transport assets.
So secure agility has a broad set of skills and capabilities, which we've shown in current IoT deployments that we've done for transport today, like taxi ranks and cycleways, Opossums, and other active IoT solutions that we've already developed. So we've proven that there's more to delivering and meeting those business requirements than just a camera and some connectivity. You have to have the skills embedded in the company to be able to, understand what's needed, get that data, make good use of that data. So the analytics need to be able to be crunched, and then produce that into a dashboard or some usable format, so the end user, whether it's the public, whether it's people in transport, are able then to digest what that information is. And we have capabilities across all those aspects. So we can do everything from the hardware, the connectivity, looking at what data that you need, crunching that data, and then producing that into usable formats.
So yeah, two specific examples are we've helped Transport for New South Wales with the active transport. So you would have heard it mentioned across most of the panels today. Active transport's a really big push in Transport for New South Wales. We're helping getting the data from the actual implementations of the active transport, i.e. the cycleways, to help with that decision making I mentioned earlier. So Transport for New South Wales can make the most of the assets and money that you have at the disposal. One of the other ones, which has a really big impact, is the taxi ranks. So we're helping utilise the taxi rank asset and the taxis that you've got more effectively, so we can monitor real-time queue lengths at all the ranks, whether there's a cab that's enabled for people in, say, a wheelchair, reduce queue lengths so you have less chance of violence. This has got a really big impact in regional areas where getting in a taxi is crucial to those environments. You don't have the public transport assets that you would in the CBD, like trains. Some of the bus routes might not go past most of the areas, so we're having a big impact on the transport network by giving that information back to the community on using taxis more effectively. Oh, it's great. It's just, I love the networking actually. I see a lot of it's a smallish type industry. It's good to reconnect across the industry. It's good to see what, I guess, what other partners are doing in transport. And then, yeah, for me, it's the networking and learning. So.
From the opening session, because I always enjoy opening sessions because you get a sense of feel of what transport are trying to achieve, what their direction is, and where they need help to actually achieve what they need to.
Oh, it's great. Look at this event. So they wouldn't keep coming back if they weren't valuable and successful. So well executed, great set of vendors and partners here at Transport. So it's definitely worth the time and the investment.
And from a Secure Agility perspective, it's brand awareness. So it's getting our brand out, so other partners can see what we do. People from Transport for New South Wales and government who are attending this get exposure to Secure Agility and understand what capabilities we have, because you never know, tomorrow they could have a project come land on their desk and they scratch their head and go, who can I contact to help me with this project? So that's another reason why we're here.